This wife and mom says, I'm going to run away. I'm going to run away. She posted this in the Vent subreddit. She says, she's 35. She says, I've been married to my husband for 7 years. We have two children, a 2.5 year old and a 4 month old. We recently moved from the city to the husband's family farm. I can't handle the pressure. A few weeks ago, my husband stopped eating the meals I prepared because he didn't like my cooking. I now spend hours each week researching, shopping for food, and cooking, hoping to make something he'll eat. The grocery store is a 40-minute drive in each direction, so shopping takes forever. Keep in mind, she said that she has been married for 7 years. Now, all of a sudden, now that she is isolated, now he does not like her food. Now he does not like her cooking. Is that a coincidence? I think not. But let's continue. I have to haul all our garbage to the dump in our SUV 3 times a week. The process of loading the trash, loading the kids, driving to the dump, unloading the garbage, and driving home takes me 45 minutes. When we lived in the city, I just walked my garbage to the bin in our alley, and that was it. Now I spend over 2 hours a week just on garbage. Lots of grass, dirt, and mud gets tracked into the house, and I feel like I'm constantly cleaning. All of the farm workers come in the house for lunch every day and leave the kitchen a mess. I clean one mess and turn around to clean another. I also have two very young children, and the kids and I have been sick all week, but I couldn't take any time to rest. I spent today potty training my toddler and calming a fussy baby. I also cleaned the kitchen as best I could with the time I had, washed the floors, and took the garbage to the dump. Tonight, my husband told me that I need to make a bigger effort to keep the house clean. I can't do it. I can't cook the meals he likes. I can't be a good mom. I can't carry the mental load of parenthood. I can't keep the house clean. I'm trying so hard to keep my head above water, but no matter what I do, I fall short. I can't do it anymore. I'm leaving tonight. I don't know where I'll go, but I have a credit card and I'll find a hotel for the night. Then tomorrow, I'll figure the rest out. People must have talked her off of the cliff because she says, edit. Thank you for all of the encouraging comments. Tonight, both of my cats came and sat on my lap while I had a good cry. They could tell that I was struggling. I'm not going to leave my kids, and it was unfair to them to even think about it. I just feel like I'm not good enough to be their mom. I'm going to take the kids tomorrow to stay at my parents' while I decide what I want to do. I need to be away from the pressure and stress of the farm to make a potentially life-altering decision. The way she has a credit card and she has a car, so that's a good thing. She can escape. But I do not believe that taking her away from her support system and then switching like he did was a coincidence. And the thing is, isolation is terrible, but then the fact that she has to do so much speaks volumes. No one should be doing all of that. Cooking for all these people, having to do all of the driving, having to manage two children in a household, and all of that is just too much on a person. We only have so much time, energy, and resources to do everything, and it's unfair to expect that. And like, how do you go from being in the city to farm life? That is a big transition. And that's what Pale Bath is talking about. This person says, so clearly you have a poopy husband, and I really feel sorry for you in that aspect, but did you not prepare yourself whatsoever for this new farm life? I'm confused by the complaint of the dirt and mud being tracked in. Isn't that to be expected? This seems really dramatic, but I don't see any real deep-rooted issues here, and I'm unsure as to why you're giving up so quickly within this context. And here's her response. Oddly enough, I didn't have time to prepare for this new farm life. My father-in-law's health drastically and quickly declined, and it is no longer safe for him to live far away from medical services. I agreed that we would swap houses with my in-laws for 3 months while they looked for a new home in the city. He was released from the hospital sooner than expected, and I only had 10 hours to pack our essentials and move to the farm. Unfortunately, the move to the farm has now become permanent. I don't have an issue with the dirt and mud being tracked in. I have an issue with my husband expecting the house to be spotless while trying to care for two young children, along with all the other tasks involved with running a household. So hopefully that clears it up. That speaks volumes, and that was very clear and concise. It is not fair to expect someone to turn on a dime like that. Keela Polly says, your husband needs to check his expectations. You've moved to a farm. Neither your life nor his will be the same as in city life, and he needs to adjust and have time to adjust just like you do. We've moved to a rural farm, and the amount of work it takes is crazy. Expecting you to carry all of the burdens is insane. Is there an outbuilding where the hands can get their meals? Setting up a shed with a table and benches that food is brought to and that they are expected to clean up after themselves might help. If they have to come inside, make sure you have hardwood floors and a Roomba, set up different trash bins, glass, trash, recycling, compostable. Compostable stuff will decrease what you have to take to the trash, and others might not fill up so fast that you have to take them every week. Have your husband take the bins to the tip or trash place if you bag up the trash and put out for him. A 2-hour trip to do trash isn't reasonable. Isn't reasonable if he's also expecting you to clean up after the hands, make dinner, and care for 2 kids. He can make the time to take the trip. Plan out meals a month in advance and get a big freezer. Do your shopping once a month, prep once a week, and freeze everything. I prep by chopping onions, celery, carrots, potatoes, cutting up beans, etc., and vacuum sealing them for the freezer. Some days I make 3 or 4 whole meals and freeze for later, cooking in the oven, meatloaf, enchiladas, breakfast burritos, mac and cheese with chicken, lasagna, shepherd's pie. If it's just a lifestyle you hate and don't even want to live in anymore, then you'll need to talk to your husband and his family and either get your house back or have a discussion about selling the farm. It won't work without you, so you have a lot more say in how it works than you think. The way that woman just typed that out, it sounds like she is done. And if it's not going to be able to run without her, she's going to have to, her husband's going to have to figure that out. But she didn't really seem to have too much say in making this permanent. So I doubt that she'll stay along with this. Pale Bath is that first person that was talking about what did you expect. So here's that person again saying, before you just get up and run away, try to communicate first. Don't be afraid to say exactly what's on your mind to your husband. He should be the number one person you can say anything to. If he understands the severity of how this is making you feel and the fact that you almost left because of it, he should figure out a solution. If he can't do that, that's when you leave. This is a 1v1 partnership. It isn't hard to bend and shape to what the other person needs and wants. What was your husband like before you had children? Obviously, I don't think anybody should stay with a man who expects so much of them, but did those years before children not tell you anything of his character? This person, Pale Bath, is just too much for me. Anyways, let's go to Sunshine Shady saying, permanent? You didn't sign up for that. Get out of that farm prison and let them figure out what to do with it. This is not the marriage you agreed to. The people who may need medical services one day shouldn't go living on a farm in the middle of nowhere and expect someone else to bail them out if something goes wrong, unless your husband lied to you and your in-laws had no plans in place for their future retirement, except their son and you. And that could have been the issue, but regardless, the in-laws and the son are going to have to take care of that. Routine Ad says, is it possible that you have postpartum depression and anxiety? I'm not saying that your husband isn't in the wrong here. I'm saying, have you talked to your OBGYN? And to that, she says, I'm obviously feeling really down today, but I don't think this is PPD. I had severe PPD with my first and have done everything I can to protect my mental health postpartum. I started attending therapy a few days after I found out I was pregnant with my second to plan for my postpartum and how I would manage my mental health. Yes, this is all about this dramatic move and dramatic change of life. And I really do hope that this lady gets things together so that she is not stuck. Like, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine having to go 40 minutes to get some food and then 40 minutes to get back home. Absolutely not. That wouldn't work for me. That's too drastic of a change. I'm going to end that there because people are giving her all of this advice. And you can see in her edit that she was calmed down. So I will, in a couple of days, see if she came back and updated and see if she went to her parents' house. Join the conversation and let me know what you think of this one.